walk us through that decision to come back to Minnesota? It sounds like it was an easy one for you.
Yeah, really easy. I think when you have relationships with coaches that are so good and they're continuing to pour into me, pour into the players around me. I mean, it's an easy decision. It was a no-brainer for sure.
How much did Harbaugh and what you guys have been through since the high school recruiting process to now, for your first year, play into that decision to come back to?
Yeah, huge. Coach Harbaugh was a huge reason why I came here. I think he's developing quarterbacks at a really, really high level. I think Max's turnaround from even 1 year with him was huge. Able to, make the team as UDFA is very hard, and I think Minnesota had a huge part to do with that. And obviously Max works so hard, but that's huge with Coach Harbaugh for sure.
So now that you've signed, you've had to put on the recruiting hat, both with your own players, and I'm sure you're talking to some guys in the portal. What's that like to be as involved as you are now and trying to construct an offense around you?
Yeah, I think it's a little different this year knowing that I've played and I've seen football more, and I know, what we need around this team, along with the coaches, them giving me suggestions, them helping me out a lot with what to do and things like that. So I think having the experience of playing for a year obviously helps with that for sure.
As you reflect on your first full season, what's the biggest thing you've learned that you'll carry forward into future seasons here?
Yeah, I think understanding that football is really, really challenging at this level. It didn't really set into me really. Even after Buffalo, I kind of realized how much harder it is even than high school. You kind of think you're really good and you're just going to go out there and throw for 4 touchdowns every game. Then you realize how good every defense is that you play in the Big Ten and even G5 schools, how talented they are. So I think just continuing to build on my preparation every single week, and I think that'll be a huge part of my development is, reflecting on my preparation that I went into every single week and seeing what I can critique and then, getting better in the off season.
What stands out to you about this New Mexico team?
Yeah, they fly to the ball. I mean, they play super, super hard, and they got good playmakers. Their coaches are really, really good. They got a great scheme. Coach Kaler, has a lot of respect for their DC, who he was with at Miami for like 10 years. So I think they're a really good defense, and we're going to have to bring our best.
What were the top memories from the experience in Charlotte last year?
You said top memories?
Yeah, top memories. Yeah.
The bowl prep's really fun. I really enjoyed last year's bowl prep. I got a lot better during that. I think it's very beneficial. The way Coach Fleck runs it, it allows the young guys to get an opportunity to run practice and puts you in a new uncomfortable position that allows you to grow. Then getting to Charlotte was super fun. We had some really fun activities. We did NASCAR riding, which was a really cool experience. Then just continuing to prepare for the event is always super fun. And then getting to do the last game with the seniors is a really good time. So.
How do you look back on the challenges mid-year, Iowa, starting Michigan State, how that kind of forged what you were able to do later on?
Yeah, I think that was a huge stepping stone for me. I hadn't really experienced that where you go into a game and, you always think you're going to win, and then you just get, stomped on right from the beginning. That was a first for me, and obviously I didn't play well. And then when you get to reflect on that, I think going into Michigan State, it kind of affected me a little bit of how I go into games. I'm really loose, really relaxed, just trust what I see, throw the ball with anticipation. And then Michigan State, you come off of 3 picks and you can, be a little doubtful. And then that 2-minute drive where you have to go get it, that's where the mindset flips back to who I am as a person, who I am as a leader, where it's just you got to go get it. And I feel like that's how I am every single drive. And the Iowa kind of, I'm a young player. It affected me a little bit. And then, responding to that and responding to Michigan State with the final drive and then the overtime. And then the last 3 games playing, who I am as a player, playing relaxed, playing free, and getting back to who I am. And I think, reflecting on that, there's going to be ups and downs in the ride, and you can't ride the roller coaster. And maybe I got caught up in that for a minute, but reflecting on that, I won't allow myself to do that again. Because I'm going to have a negative play, a negative game again. So just staying the course, being who I am as a player and being who I am as a leader the whole time.
Your receiver group might be a little bit smaller for the bowl game. What type of challenges does that present to you?
Yeah, I got full faith in all the guys around me. I think the wideouts have done a great job in bowl prep, continuing to get better, continuing to look at their craft and see what they can do better and what I can do better. And I got full confidence in all of them to see what they can do, and I'm excited for it.
EJ often talks about how the ball is the program, the offense. Yep. You guys had the least amount of giveaways of any Big Ten team this year. How much pride do you take in that?
Yeah, I take a lot. The football is everything with every play, and we can still do a better job taking care of it. There's a few interceptions I threw that I shouldn't have thrown for sure. But the month of November, we didn't turn the ball over, which is, huge. That's when you got to play your best football is in November. And I thought we played really good ball in November. So I think we just got to continue to, reflect on the mistakes we had because that's what you get better from, and then, praise ourselves for the good.
Do you have any favorite throws from last season?
Yeah. The one I threw to Lemecki in the Rutgers game in the green zone after Carey's interception was awesome. 'Cause that's not necessarily a read in the play. It's kind of the clear out route, and I just kind of felt the space and felt the grass and trusted Lemecki to be there. And we've never even thrown that one time. So that was a really cool feeling. Harbaugh kind of gave me some crap for kind of messing with me. And then, there's a few. I really liked the post I threw to Malachi in the Northwestern game. He made a great catch on it. And that was a good ball, good protection. So, there's a few throws that, you always want again and that you maybe not thrown your best, but maybe threw your best as well. So season's always fun.
Do you have a favorite run from the season?
There's not a lot. Maybe get a few more next year in this bowl game, but probably the Michigan State one. Just it was a cool experience. I like the Purdue one as well, but those didn't run the ball much, so got to do a better job of that.
Had some off time here the first couple weeks of December. Did you get to go home and do some duck hunting?
No, I have not. I've not done any duck hunting. I'm going to do that after the bowl game, so kind of keeping my mind on football for the next couple of weeks, and then get a few weeks to relax and rest and get my body back and get everything right. So I'll definitely do some hunting in January. Thank you.
Devon, you've been to quite a few bowl games. Are there any memories on or off the field at different bowl spots that jump to mind?
I like the Arizona one because I was there in 21, and just being out there in the warm weather, it's nice. The hotel is really nice, so yeah, it's probably my favorite spot to be at.
We saw you accepted an invite to the Hulu Bowl. What went into that, and what's it like knowing that you're going to have another opportunity to showcase yourself after the bowl game?
Yeah, it's just another opportunity, so why not do it? You know what I'm saying? So that's as simple as that. As soon as I got it, I accepted it.
It sounds like there was been some talk of you from NFL personnel about potential at the next level. What does it mean to you to kind of hear positive reviews from people?
It's a good feeling. I also know I still got a lot to work at, but that's my dream at the end of the day, so that's the goal.
The thing I noticed while studying you is just the progression you made in the pressure game. What's helped you refine your skills in that area and just kind of grow as a pressure guy?
I would just say I was always hungry to be better, and I always wanted more, so I just had to dig a little deeper and figure out like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I need to fix internally to reach that? Because I know I'm capable of it. Yeah.
What does this last bowl game mean to you? Last game as a Gopher?
It means a lot. It's been a long 5 years. Yeah, it means a lot, man. I'm just go out there, play hard, enjoy it, and yeah, just do the best I could do.
What have you seen in bowl prep from guys like Carmel, Carrier, Stendel?
Yeah.
Younger linebackers as you and Mav get to kick up your feet a little bit?
Yeah, not kick up the feet, but they've been working, man. This time of the year, it's really good for them. The young guys are going there and just develop, and that's all they've been doing. They've been attacking every single practice, constantly talking to them about, okay, this is what you got to fix from this practice, and then the next practice comes and they fix it, and we just keep doing it and they keep progressing, all three of them. And there's a lot of other guys too, developing too, the safeties, corners, all that.
How important is discipline in this game, just considering how well New Mexico ties their run and pass games together?
I feel like discipline is always important, no matter who you play. It's going to be important.
When you think back to that Wisconsin game, being able to get the axe, but also playing in a once-in-a-decade type of snow globe environment, now that you've had a couple of weeks to think back on it, what's going to stand out to you about that game?
I really feel like we just played for each other. That's what we said the whole week, and when we went out there, that's exactly what we did. So that's going to stick with me forever because it's bigger than, just me. It's bigger than the individuals. We just put our hearts out there for each other.
You've had a career that's been about the same times where college football has changed a lot with the NIL, transfer portal and everything. What's that been like just going through it? Has it kind of been a whirlwind?
I mean, right now I'm good. So it's my last year, so I don't got to deal with that no more. But I guess you could say that. I mean, it's something different, you know what I'm saying? And something different, there's always something new that comes with it. So, yeah, you just got to adjust.
Anything else for Devon? All right, thanks, Devon.
Bowl experiences, are there any favorite moments, either on or off the field, in bowl games you recall?
Bowl games are awesome, and it's just another opportunity to spend another month with the guys and travel, go to a cool place, and spend some time together and celebrate the season that we put together. So all the bowls have been a blast so far, so I'm excited. And it's been a great bowl season so far, and we're excited to get out to Phoenix.
Have you made any decisions about re-signing for 2026 here?
Yeah, I'll be back next year and excited to be a part of this defense, be a part of this culture another year, and for my final year. It'll be awesome.
So we spent a lot of time talking about it with PJ from his perspective as a coach, talking with agents. What's your view of how college football with you and any representation you have negotiating for terms of coming back now?
Yeah, I think Coach Fleck does a great job of keeping everything, keeping a tight bond with his players through navigating all of that. So having that communication with Coach Fleck has been a great opportunity for me to learn how everything works and also do what's best for my future as well as the team's future. So having that connection with him as well as my other coaches make it pretty easy.
Maverick, New Mexico gets into a lot of different stuff offensively. How important is film study to just get a tip on potentially what type of packages you might see?
Yeah, film study is always important each and every week, and the best part about a bowl game is you get extra time. You get 4 weeks to study your opponent, and you know, here at Gopher football, that's what we do best is study. We put ourselves in good positions on defense and offense, and Coach Collins and all those guys they have been and will make sure we're all ready to go for the game. So we're super excited to keep studying them, and they do a lot of stuff. They're versatile. They can throw. They can run really well. So it'll be a really fun game plan.
PJ is 6-0 in bowls here. Do you see a certain emphasis that he puts on these games, maybe more than some other places might?
Yeah, we're all about football here. We're all about winning games, and you know, some people might look as bowl as a time to take the foot off the gas, and we don't do that here. We look at it as a way to build off of last season, as well as get younger guys reps, and then continue to end with a bowl championship. So we're really excited just to get another opportunity to play next to each other and grow as football players and get better.
What have you seen from some of the younger players in your position group with the extra practice time here?
Yeah, it's been awesome, and it's very valuable time for them. Older guys get to rest, and the younger guys get to show what they've been putting all their work in, and you know, behind closed doors this entire season. So guys like Stendhal, Cleveland, they really had a nice week last couple weeks, and they're looking good. Zach Harden looked great. Zahir Rayner, so it's really good reps for them, very valuable, and they'll pay off in the end.
Anything else for Maverick? All right.
All right, thanks guys.
Thanks.